Yeah, I think again, I've been doing this job for a little while, and in the past, the old days where we used to often have, got to have a fitness test to see if this guy or girl can get back to sport. I think we've evolved over time, and that's less common. Back in 2016, Clare Ardern's the primary author on it, but we, along with a group, arranged a consensus statement on return to sport decision making, and I would certainly recommend people to look at that in terms of how we get there. I think the key things for me in terms of getting people back is it sort of is the counterpoint of not risking repetition here, but having real clarity on when we're trying to get back and the goals of when we want to try and get back. Okay. And then what the physical requirements are in order to perform that safely and effectively. And so how strong do we need to be? How much mobility do we need? What running exposure, for example, do we need to have? I think understanding the sport, the performance goals, the development stage of the athlete, the impact that the injury has had on performance, and what are the impairments as a direct and indirect effect of the injury, and also potential for recurrence. Then I think what I want to do is have milestones for recovery along the entire rehab journey. So it's never just, an event, but a process. And so we're training. I'm very much of the mindset of the training is testing and testing is training and rehab is testing. So we naturally progress, and we've got really clear logical progressions along the different criteria. So progressions through strength, progressions through range of motion, progressions in motor control, progressions in skill execution, and then the progressions as well in terms of the endurance demands, and then the progressions performance components of it. And so we're very clear in those, how strong do we need to be, what sub-components of strength, be that eccentric strength, isometric strength, power endurance, and so on. We might look at what range of motion we need, what the endurance demands, what the sprint running exposure has been for a particular sport. So we've got lots of different metrics that we're tracking as we go. And for me, then, as we track, it tells me the status and the progression of the athlete as they're going through the rehab program. One of the key things, however, will be, can I put all that together on the field or on the court or on the whatever your playing environment is? Can I put all that together and execute that skill under pressure with decision making? Because if you can do it in the clinic in an isolated fashion, doesn't mean that you can do it out there. And so I think we progress through those different milestones until we, if you like, get the on field or the sport on court or wherever training. And I think very clearly we have to ensure that we have exposed the athlete to the demands that reflect the demands of the sport before we decide. So for me, if we have planned our rehab appropriately, then returning to sport is the next natural step.